What's up guys, it's Roger, and today I'll be teaching you how to use your Blink Hunter in Trials of Osiris on Wormhaven. Now Wormhaven is a pretty darn good map when it comes to Blink and to Trials. Now this is Capture Point weekend, no freelance mind you, so it's kind of good, kind of bad. In my opinion, Capture Point doesn't work too well on many maps such as Exodus Blue, but then again Exodus Blue is kind of just like, you know, the worst map in existence anyways, so anything just kind of makes that worse. But on Wormhaven, I think cap points work pretty well. You have 3 different cap points on Wormhaven that you'll see throughout today's video, and honestly, they kind of help keep the fights and the rounds centralized to one area of the map so you can really get through the game a little quicker and not have things too drawn out, because this is a big map for 3s, so when you have it like this with the cap points, it lets the rounds actually, get done quicker, because if you don't go stop them from capping, you're gonna get your cheeky slapped. That being said, let's go ahead and start breaking down this build. Now, usually I start with my primary weapon, but today I want to show off my secondary weapon here, my special weapon, which is the Without Remorse lightweight frame shotgun. Now, this thing is craftable. It's from Season of the Haunted a few seasons ago. You can grind this out in those haunted public events on the Leviathan. Pretty good stuff here. I would definitely recommend going and crafting one of these. I do think there are a lot of better lightweight frame shotguns. I personally prefer anything with quick draw and snapshot on it. This has neither of those. However, it does have some very important and amazing perks that we're going to go over right now. So, starting here, we have small bore, increased range and stability, accurized more range. You gotta love that. 72 range on this thing as a lightweight frame shotgun is pretty dope. After that, I go for hipfire grip in this slot. That's going to greatly increase accuracy, stability, and precision hit targeting when firing from the hip. Now, this was a pretty good perk even before we got rid of RNG pellet spread. Now that RNG pellet spread is gone, and we have these regular just pellet spreads that you're gonna have every single time guaranteed, hipfire grip is even better with these things. I always recommend you aim down sights before you shoot your shotgun, but if you do want to do a hipfire type playstyle, I recommend running hipfire grip enhanced on this shotgun. Now, with comboing that, I do have freehand grip, which increases accuracy and ready speed while firing from the hip. This thing is a hipfire machine. Pairing with that, I do have fragile focus enhanced. This weapon gains bonus range until the wielder takes damage. This bonus returns when no damage is taken for a shorter duration. Now, this is going to give you plus 20 to your range before you take damage, which is very good with a blink shotgun playstyle after all. You blink up next to somebody, you take your first shot, they're not even going to hit you most of the time first off, and then you go in with 92 range on that first shot. That's insane. If you can take one person out, turn to their teammate, you can take them out too with that same 92 range without ever taking any damage, and those plays feel absolutely amazing. This thing is an amazing gun. Highly recommend you go ahead and craft one of these things for yourself, because it will tear the competition up. For our primary, I am using the Outbreak Perfected, which is an exotic pulse rifle, a lightweight frame, to keep that in mind. This thing, you shoot someone, they die after some precision kills, they're going to drop some nanites, those go around, tick other people, do more damage. Your next shots, if they have nanites on them, do more damage. Pretty simple, little combos there. I honestly was going in crazy with the shotgun, as you'll see in today's plays, but every now and again having this gun, I think these lightweight frame pulses are kind of the perfect range for Wormhaven. A lot of the ranges that you're going to be fighting in the ranged battles favor lightweight frame pulse rifles and their optimal range, so I highly recommend pulling this out. Maybe even the Battler, of course, is really good, and we all know that pulses are going to get nerfed very soon, so have fun with these pulse rifles while you can, although I don't think the nerfs are honestly going to be that bad, but they're definitely going to bring them in line a little more. You can go ahead and check out the mods here on the armor. I am running the Foe Tracer Exotic Helmet. That is just going to let us get, literal wall hacks on our enemies. If anybody ever thinks that hunters don't have amazing freaking exotic armor, and then they're just like ignoring the fact that Bungie literally said, here you go pals, have actual freaking wall hacks, and they're all just like, but they nerfed our hunter dodge. God, I can't get into it right now, but come on, we have wall hacks, and that's pretty amazing. Alright, let's break down the Arc 3.0 here real quick. Going to our super, we're going to have Gathering Storm. Of course, roaming supers you usually do not get by the end of a match, and as well with wells and bubbles being so prevalent in these Capture Point weekends, you want to have a shutdown super like Gathering Storm. Gathering Storm is not very good for shutting down bubbles and wells, but at least you're going to get this super before an end of a match, and you're probably not going to get an Arc Staff. I do have on Gambler's Dodge, so we can dodge here. If we dodge near an enemy, that's going to fully recharge our melee ability. We love to see that. Blink, because I'm not some little grasshopper freak, jumping 3 times. I just want to blink around. After that, I have Combination Blow. You kill somebody with this melee ability, and you're going to get a little heal. That can very much be helpful when you go into a 1v2, 1v3 situation with your shotgun plays. You can kill somebody after that first shotgun melee. Boom, you heal up, take on the second guy. It's a very helpful melee, and I highly recommend running this if you're going to do a shotgun melee playstyle. And then we have lightning nades. This is something I never really used, but I've always wanted to try out, and Wormhaven is a very good map for these, for trip mines, for spike grenades, any kind of nades that stick on the walls. Wormhaven just absolutely lets them excel. After that, for our aspects, I do have on flow. So if we kill somebody that is jolted, we're going to get amplified. Amplified with our blink makes us a little floaty, but it also makes us very fast and lets us get on top of our enemies extremely quickly. After that, I have lethal current. You'll see a big part of my combo today. When I go into a shotgun battle, what I do is I dodge first, and then I blink it on my enemies. Then I have lethal current mixed with my shotgun ability, so I can actually take them out very easily. Not to mention, if we can kill them with this, it's going to jolt them, we can get amplified very easily, and keep going on a tear. For our fragments, I do have on Spark of Recharge. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. Of course, we always want to have our abilities up, so this is very nice to have. We're going to have Spark of Focus. After sprinting for a short time, your class ability regeneration is increased. Now this is going to lose you 10 mobility. You have to keep in mind I am at 80 mobility, but I'm going to have a lightweight frame shotgun. So anytime I have that lightweight frame shotgun out, I'm going to be at 100 mobility, so I essentially can stay at 80 very easily, as well as having Spark of Focus. My hunter dodge comes up so fast, it's unbelievable. After that, we're going to have Spark of Shock. Your arc grenades jolt targets. Now this is very good. The jolt is going to let some extra damage chain between these enemies, and of course if you can kill them while they're jolted, you're going to get amplified thanks to your flow state. You'll see some good clips I have with this lightning grenade, and I'm still getting used to it, but honestly I'm going to run these more often because I had some crazy plays with these things, and they can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. Finishing that off, we have Spark of Momentum. Sliding over ammo bricks reloads your equipped weapon and grants a small amount of melee energy. Getting that melee energy back is amazing because of course we want to have combination flow as often as possible, and it's already a pretty low cooldown at 40 seconds there, but getting it back even quicker means we can use it multiple times in one round. And after that, this basically just gives you Slide Shot on your special weapon, so I don't even need Slide Shot to reload my ammo on my shotgun because this basically just does that for me. So that is the entire build. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and join the Blinkville Discord server. I'm going to have that linked in the top right and the description. If you want to make any Blink Hunter or Blink Warlock friends, that is exactly where you want to go, and I would love to see you and have some conversation with you. We're always talking, yakking it up, and having a good time. All that being said, you can also leave comments or questions you have, in the comments. I would love to see that. And if you want to leave me a like at any point in this video, I'd very much appreciate that. That shows YouTube that you are enjoying the video, and they can blast it out to more people, and I can just have a darn good day, so I would really, really appreciate that. But I think with all that said, we're about ready to get in this gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and blink on into it. Man, when you have some good pasta, and it's just like sitting in your stomach real heavy, and you're just like, you kind of feel lethargic. That has nothing to do with the video, honestly. I just had some Alfredo for dinner and wanted to tell you guys that. Anyways, starting here with our first play of the day. I always like to get my first clip of the day so I can show you guys what I'm thinking. What is my thought process when I'm first starting out? Now you can see here we had the outside flag. This is the very outside flag. There's going to be one more at window there, and then one more where B flag usually spawns. As you saw there, that was a good lightning nade. You can see how good these things can be. You can see how good the wall hacks on the Foe Tracer is right there. And then this kind of weird thing happened. He had Peregrines, and dude just like rammed at me. I punched him in the nut and he just flew off the map. I don't know what happened there. I think he might have reached max range on his shoulder charge and then he kind of just flew off the map. Either that or me punching changed my hitbox enough to where he like missed and then just flew off. It was kind of weird, but it was really funny at the same time. Now you can see here I'm just flying up towards window. This is a very common aggressive blink slot that I usually take. If you blink up from window where I did right there, which you'll see several more times throughout this video, you can fly right up to where people are usually standing and then take them out with a nice shotgun play. As you can see here, I was kind of baiting that guy in. If you have someone who's going to fight you, you think in shotgun range, you see them around the radar, right around a corner, what you can do is run at them as if you're going to fight them with a shotgun. That's going to make you on their radar very, very much appear that you're rushing them. At the last second, what you want to do is a hunter dodge backwards, right before you go around the corner. That means they're going to fly around the corner, and when you come out of your hunter dodge, you can take a free shotgun shot, followed up by a lethal current punch. If you do that, you can bait your enemies quite well. Now, unfortunately, like I said, there's no freelance, but even so, I had 2 randoms against, this was a 2-stack, I believe, yeah. And it just sucks. I had to show you guys this round because I got a nice little 2-piece there at the beginning, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. All they have to do is play those reses, push together, take out the last guy, but they made a very big mistake, which is sitting on the cap point and crutching the cap point too much. Do not do this. It takes a very long time. You see right there, over 20 seconds for the cap point to actually become available to you to make that your win condition. Do not make that your only win condition. First and foremost, what you want to do is take the enemy out. Make that your primary target. And then if you get lucky enough, ignore those shots, I think I got hacked right there. If you get lucky enough to where you can actually go and get the cap point, that's fine, especially if you're in like a 1v1 or something, then you can use it to your advantage. But if your teammate just got 2 kills and you're in a 2v1 now, and the cap point just became available, don't just give the enemy both the reses because you're just signing yourself up for failure. Now you can see here at the end of this game here, I was carrying my boys. They were not very good and I did not want to lose. Get a pretty good Gathering Storm here, a little bit off the mark. You do need to remember with that Gathering Storm, it doesn't go exactly where the aimer is. I want to say on this guy, look at that. That's enhanced hip fire grip. I am in mid-air And now we got to remember, there are coming some airborne effectiveness changes to shotguns in the next few updates. One of those changes is going to be that it's not going to be a penalty to your pellet spread when you're in midair. That's going to be amazing. But even right now, when that penalty is still in the game, you saw with enhanced hipfire grip, I smacked that guy even though I was flying through midair. And I want to tell you, you're in midair often when you're doing blink shotgun playstyle. You want to keep your boots on the ground as much as you can, but when you are in midair, this enhanced hipfire grip really helps you smack your enemies as much as possible. Now you can see here I use my blink to get around my enemies, get a nice flank on them, take out one guy, pop my shotgun out, and take out the second one. I saw by the way he was looking at me, he was eyeing me up, he was like, that was a fat boy and I was a big old Three Musketeers in front of him, you know what I mean? He wanted to take a bite out of me, so I pulled my shotgun out, got ready, and smoked his cheeks when he came through that doorway. That's what you gotta be careful of, especially when you take someone out with a flank like that. The next one is gonna want to follow up and take you out. Now you can see this guy was sniping, I was just holding my angle here. Something I do want to mention, Outbreak Perfected now can shoot full auto. Of course they added full auto to the game as just a setting you can turn on and off now. Full lethal current there is going to smack the first guy. I just kind of ignored him because I knew the lethal current was going to explode, and then I could take out the second guy with a nice shotgun shot, which is why I ignored the first guy after I punched him, in case you're wondering. But going back to what I was originally saying, you can use your Outbreak Perfected full auto now, and it feels really nice. Outbreak Perfected is a gun that does not have a lot of recoil. Of course, it'll have a little more after the, nerfs go through to our pulse rifles here, but Outbreak doesn't really have much in terms of recoil, so the full auto on it feels very, very good. You can see there, cut the end of that play because he shot me with a bow shot because my melee didn't lock on him, and then my teammate just ate cheeks. Unfortunate, but look how far I slid in that last play thanks to Amplified to get on top of my enemy and smoke him with a shotgun shot. Amplified is something you need to take advantage of because you can get on top of people real easily and take them out. Just like this, look at me, I'm Amplified now, I want to see how I can use this to my advantage. Take some shots at this guy, he's kind of moving around like a freak of nature, so what do I want to do? I'm watching with my Foe Tracer, I see exactly where he is, which means I can map him pretty easily. Fly around the corner, knock his little head off, fly back up here, try to help my teammate, smoke this guy into the dirt, looking for the last enemy. I'm out of shotgun bullets. What is my play here? I need to get my lethal current up so I can punch him twice and finish him really easily. So I dodge into the wall, that way I don't have to move my hitbox in front of him at all. I fly around the corner, use my lengthened lunge range that I actually have thanks to lethal current, smoke his cheeks, and put him into the dirt. You gotta make sure you remember you have a very long lunge range once you actually have that lethal current up. Take advantage of it. Here's another round where I had my Gathering Storm. I throw it in here, do some good damage. I take this guy out with a very nice map. You can see Fragile Focus 92 range there. I smacked that guy from a pretty far range. Throw a lightning into that door to hold the angle there. Link behind this guy, smack him with a nice shot. I have Amplified. I use the increased slide just to go right past that guy and smoke all three of them. Take them out beautifully from my team. It was just me and this guy because our third guy rage quit, but I said no way am I losing this match. I think I had 16 kills at the end of that match. There was a few matches I had like that today where I just carried my cheeks off. I was feeling myself pretty well, and I wasn't really feeling the primary battles too much. You can see a lot of these clips are me going off with the abilities and the shotgun especially, because honestly the Blink shotgunning was feeling amazing to me today, especially with this lethal current. You can do some nasty stuff, just like right here. Blink over this guy, shotgun, melee, boom, he's in the dirt. We're looking for the last guy. I am Amplified now because I killed him with my melee there. He actually, I think his shoulder charge might have locked onto me there, and then it like turned him around really quickly, and then my teammate was able to just smoke him because he was stuck in midair. I love when I see little glitches like that, especially when it happens to these crushing titans. You gotta love it, baby, you gotta love it. Flying in here, you can see I take out one guy, and the lethal current is very, very good for several things. One of those things is taking out groups of enemies. Of course, it's going to jolt the targets, it's going to do a little explosion, and that explosion is AoE, and you saw there, it helped take out the enemy. The guy that I punched actually wasn't the one that I killed. The one that I killed was his teammate next to him because lethal current exploded and took him out. It's some pretty funny stuff when you think about it. Teammates follow up beautifully on my 2 picks there and actually secure the round. That's what I'm talking about, beautiful teammate plays. Look at that nade right there. Keep that nade in mind if you're going to be using this strategy on this map, or really any strategy on this map. Laggy Titan there, of course, somehow you got that punch off even though he was in the middle of a Titan barricade animation. Gotta love that. Thanks a lot, Bungie. Great servers. But yeah, keep that nade in mind, especially if you do want to push up after that nade. That nade is perfect for getting one thing on your enemies, getting them jolted, and then you can follow up with your shotgun, take them out while they're jolted, and now you're Amplified. Now you can tear ass onto the other 2 enemies and take them out very easily. You can see here I was letting my teammate push, looking at my radar immediately. As soon as you get 1 kill, what do you need to do? Look at your radar as fast as possible to see where's the next guy gonna be. Again, take this guy through the Titan shield here, a little wonky with the Titan shields, but I mean, hey, that's just Bungie for you, that's just Destiny 2 for you. Gonna be a little wonky sometimes, especially with desync and whatever else, you know, it happens. That's a good blink I did right there. If you want to, you can get around the corner very, very easily. Fall directly in front of your enemies. I will say one thing. I'm going to have a video coming out tomorrow where I use Astrocyte versus Void Warlock, you might blink Warlock. I'm going to have that video tomorrow. Stay tuned if you want to see that, because my strategy for that is going to be with an Astrocyte Burst, playing Blink Shotgun as well. What I want to show you on that tomorrow is you can fly into that same angle as I've been doing on this build, but you can get even further with that further blink range you have from Astrocyte Burst and get behind your enemies and take them out very well. Now you can still take them out very well with a Blink Hunter strategy like this, but you do not get as far, so you need to be careful if you're going to go for this strategy. You can see right there, again, enhanced hipfire grip. I smacked that guy with just my beautiful hipfire. And I did pretty good on that guy too, to be honest. Unfortunately, you know, he's up in like 1 power level above me, which I don't think really mattered. But luckily my teammate came around the corner, smacked his cheek holes. Beautiful follow-up from the teammates there. And even on that round, you saw I flanked somebody very well with my Blink, got up behind them. He was aimed down sights with his DMT, I believe it was, and I just smacked him with my Outbreak Perfected, switch back to the shotgun, and immediately start fighting with that. As you can see here, boom, easy takeout. I have my Lethal Current. I saw this guy all the way on top of the flag. I wanted to go for him, and then this guy like fell down behind me. My teammate took out the other one, so I was like, oh darn, this is just bad timing, but luckily my teammate was there to help me out, and we took the enemies out very well. My flank was beautiful to actually enable us to get that round win pretty easily. Right there, you see, the nade hit somebody for 66. Look, he's jolted. Boom, take him out. I'm amplified. Fly forward, use my blink once. Now I dash all the way forward. Look how far you slide when you're amplified. Do it again here? Not really, because this guy was just floating on top like a little freak of nature. Unfortunately, I couldn't really take him out. Teammates do help me out pretty well, though, and we do end up taking that guy out. You gotta be appreciative of your teammates when they help you out in situations like that. I know I have talked a lot lately about precision frame shotguns and how I think that they are the best shotguns in the game. I want to say that with the recent TWAB that came out just yesterday, that might change in my opinion. So we had a few things coming to shotguns, a few buffs. Now, first of all, I talked about the airborne effectiveness changes. That's going to be amazing for pellet shotties. Not as amazing for slugs, but a little good for slugs too. Now, the amazing thing that's also coming to these pellet shotties is going to be the fact that we're not going to get penalties on our pellet shotties anymore when we do sliding. A lot of people stopped sliding with their shotguns because they thought they just couldn't anymore. They were going to get punished for it too much. I was always quite the proponent for saying, keep sliding with your shotguns. I think that the ground you can gain to get on top of your enemies, especially with something like Amplified, is worth it in terms of the stability or flinch you might take while you're in that slide. But now, that's going away. So the slide shotgun playstyle is going to be even better, and just like it was before, but again, it really will be even better because now we don't have RNG pellet spread anymore. I just want to let you guys know, if you're a fan of pellet shotties, you need to just get excited because pellet shotties are already really good, especially precision frames, but lightweight frames are still feeling good right now that we don't have RNG pellet spread, and they're about to feel even better. You just wait, I'm telling you, these lightweight frame shotguns, I feel like they're going to be top of the meta, and I'm going to go right back to lightweight frame shotguns as soon as these updates come out because they are already feeling crispy, and they're going to feel top tier. Just telling you guys now, all these changes are coming, and they're going to be absolutely amazing for these lightweight frames, so keep that in mind because you should be pretty excited. Now you can see this guy's holding up top. I blink up on top of him. Can't quite get him because he's going around the shield and the wall, but I was able to flick over again. Hip fire shot. I don't think I was even completely aimed down sights there. Clutch up that round for my boys, and we win that game. I had a few games like that today where it was just like, man, I don't know. When it gets later into the season like this, a lot of people are, max light level. I really don't care to play all the things in this game that I have to play to get enough pinnacles to get my max light level, especially on 2 different characters since I play Blink Warlock and Blink Hunter now. So I just am at like 1583, 1584, and I'm fine with that. But I just don't think light level should apply. It doesn't really make sense to me in the slightest because, I mean, why should it? This should be a higher tier PvP game mode, and what it should be about is gun skill, not ability spam, not who has less of a life that they don't touch enough grass and they can just sit here and, jack off in one hand all day and play Destiny 2 with the other one. Congratulations, I don't want to do that, and a lot of people don't have the time to do that. So then they want to go into trials, and they're 1583, they're 1584, and they're getting punished for that? It doesn't make any sense, and it's really ridiculous. The other thing that is the bigger factor when it comes to light level in trials is, well, it blocks off a lot of, sunset weapons from being used, which Bungie just needs to bite the bullet and blacklist some weapons, like Revoker. They're nerfing that because people are using it a bunch in non-light level affected game modes. Guess what? Just blacklist it in trials. Make it to where people literally cannot take Revoker into trials. It's that simple. I don't know why they're so afraid to do that stuff, because it would fix so many problems, and then we wouldn't have to deal with this light level shenaniganry, and I really wish they would just go ahead and do that. Now, I want to say we are reaching the last few clips that I have for you guys today. I want to say so much, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you do want to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or hit the notification bell so you can see more in the future, I would really appreciate that. Every weekend, I'm going to be pumping out as much Trials of Osiris content coming to you as I can. Every Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be doing a Blink Warlock and Blink Hunter build video breakdown, just like this one is. And then on the other 2 days of the weekend, I'm going to have 2 more Trials videos, maybe even 3, where I play with my members. If you want to become a member of the channel, I will say go ahead below the video, click that join button. You can check out all the perks you get there. I play with my members in Trials of Osiris every weekend, make a nice little video with that, and I might play with some other friends and have another video for Trials coming out with them as well. But at the very least, you're going to get 3 to 5 Trials of Osiris videos from me every single week. So if that's something you're interested in, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I would love to have you. I do use exclusively Blink in PvP. It's just the way that I have fun with the game. So if you do have any build requests or anything, just understand that I only do use Blink. So if you're like, I want to see you use Arc Warlock, I'm sorry, Chief, it's just not going to happen. Ooh, I do got to say, watch the tracking on this guy. Because you see, I have wall hacks. I knew exactly where he was. I come around the corner, I just land on his head like a little bird trying to make a nest up there, and I absolutely take him out. Oh, I just gotta love it. Foe Tracer is absolutely busted, and if you don't realize that, then you are taking some cuckoo pills, brother. You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, just like Sunny the bird. What kind of bird is Sunny the bird? He's the Cocoa Puffs mascot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna let this play out for you, and as always, have a great day, Guardians.